David, come here. Okay, look. That's when we had a bit of a situation, didn't we? What do you mean, sir? Well, you know what I mean by it? I mean by the fact that we had 42 of our men captured over one simple order. I ordered him to go ahead and kill that fella. And what did he do? He got himself caught. Turned in evidence. Luckily, he was smart enough not to turn us in. But the one little death and your entire operation is crippled. Well, sir, I don't know what to do, but maybe we could do something different, What do you mean do something different? What are we supposed to do, Well, I don't know, sir. I mean, the shipment is going out tomorrow, and it seems okay. I don't see how we're crippled. Can I see how we're crippled? We're crippled because all those men who were doing all those jobs are now gone because one fella saying, "Oh, look, these are all the people I interacted with. They're all criminals." And you know what happens to them? They're all going to prison. And sure, when they get out, they might be back with us again. But here's the thing. They're not out just yet. And sure, massive influx when they get out. Sure, yeah. But until then, what about we break him out, sir? Look, they were stupid enough to allow themselves to be friends with that fella. Well, he's gonna turn evidence. They deserve it. Come on. But sir, I mean, he could have tucked you in. Look, here's the thing, right? I control this area. He was only able to put them in because, well, how would I put this? It looks dangerous when someone interferes in regular sort of circumstances, but when it's relating to them, well, it's not really as highlighting. I'm saying it's someone who can't do anything could still pick up on me interfering with the situation, and that's the key thing here, my man. That's the key thing here. If I interfere with the course of justice, as they say, then you know what happens? Someone who isn't able to fight against me goes, "Oh, look what happened here. This man, he comes along and he has these people dealt with, freed. Wow, that's interesting, isn't it? Why would he do that? They're obviously guilty, but he is not. What do I take from that?" And you know what they take from that? They take, oh, maybe he is part of them, or they're part of him. And then what happens down that line is that it turns out they think, well, clearly corruption is going on, or a bit of, dealing. So let's deal with it in a different way. And they do. And that might be telling certain people, and that might be, well, down the line, that's my problem, what am I supposed to do, Go to one death and then suddenly, boom, they're gone. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's fine though. We can rebuild. Yeah, bring that shipment out tomorrow, and the next day, well, I don't know. We had him there. I think we should close down that program. What? Well, look, I know it might sound like I'm backing down, but here's the thing. He was the 9th fella. We got to do that. The 9th fella is the one instead of all its alarm bells. Did you hear? Well, apparently they made a true crime podcast about it. Interviewed him and all. Well, all I can say is, thank God he's dead. Because, well, you have to deal with these kind of people. He's dead? Yeah, people might not realize it, but it was kind of us. I mean, what was I supposed to do? Just continue to let him chip away? No. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. That recently enough, no. Just a bit annoying that, well, you know, he could have been telling. And it's just what I've been doing is best that no one finds out. Yeah, well, I think they have, though. What? What are you doing here? Go, ma'am. Go. I wouldn't call your man if I were you. They'll all die, and I wouldn't want that to happen. I'm just here for you. What? What are you doing here? Hey? Don't fire the gun, man. Fire the gun. This entire room will explode. What? Look, I'm hooked up to around enough explosives to blow your entire operation to bits. And I mean physical bits. As in this entire warehouse, gonna blow. So I would advise you don't shoot me. I just wanna give a little message. Okay, sure. You give her a message and you get out of here, okay? There's no need to be cursing. Why, I'm not cursing, am I? I'm just saying. I want to just say to you, maybe you should have thought it through when you were ordering his death. An innocent felon, never involved in anything, and you go, okay, well, you take advantage of him. You say, oh yeah, if you do this for me, I'll ship you across the place so you can get where you need to go. He feels, oh my God, I have to deal with that. If I don't do that, I won't get the place I need to go. And that's the key thing. So he thinks, oh my God, what will I do? What will I do? So, of course, you know, you think, okay, well, I'll do something. I'll go with him. Doesn't like it, but that's tough, really, isn't it? My question was really, how did you find him? Because you approached him. It turns out, you know that shopkeeper friend of yours or whatever his job is? You know? He employs him and goes, okay, you're fired now. And the interesting thing is, turns out he's been receiving a bit of money from you. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, just a man, you know. He works as a shipment operator for you, you know. Brings in a shipment, keeps it with his other goods, and then you come along and he puts it back on another truck. Comes along the way. Just a little drop house, I guess you could call it. And that's the thing here. We paid him a little visit, and let's just say he was pretty feisty. He shot 3 of my mates dead. Yeah, and then I set him afire. You what? Well, as I told you before, attacking one of my mates is not going to go down well with any of us. It means that if I was just here to talk to you and you try to shoot me, but failed, well, then I'd pull you apart. You'd what? I'd pull you apart, you know? I'd just get my fingers in and rip you into pieces. Now, he was only going to give a bit of a shooting, but I said, well, you want to take my mates? You want to deal in this drug business? Well, how about this, mate? How about I say to you, pass the matches. You set him alive for dealing with me? No, I set him alive because, well, it was he who passed on the message. This man's on the street, he's in need of help, but he's not going to get it. He's not a citizen, so there's no way he's going to be claiming anything. And even if he was, well, he's out in the streets, so I'd advise you use him because he wants to go some places. So you picked him up, told him what you were able to do for him, and then when you found out, you had him killed. So, what about that? How do you know all this? Well, I know all this because of a little investigation. Yeah, I've been listening to a little podcast. Well, not me, but my colleagues have, and we said, well, hold on a second here. Let's do a little investigation of our own. Here's the thing. The aim of the podcast was not to find the killers, but really to track the man down. Now, obviously, they wanted to find the killers afterwards, but they weren't going to dig too deep. They just said, well, let's just get the man who killed him. Then they think, well, let's get the fella who actually ordered it. Now, they got a few people, sure, but, that wasn't enough. They didn't dig deep enough. And we did deep enough. We said, well, clearly this man was receiving orders. And all the orders from where they thought they would come from, but higher than that. And then we said, well, what about that man? He says, time is tough, and it's all this stuff, But, my corner store is struggling because of all these big supermarket chains and all these things, and all these online websites that offer, next day delivery and make billions every single year. Billions of dollars is not going to make you enough. And that's the thing. He ain't struggling. I look at him and I go, well, you're making enough money to, do a lot more than you should be. You should not be struggling if that's your income. It's very easy to find out your income if you're in a business like mine. Well, all you need to do is do a bit of watchfulness, and then suddenly you think, well, why is this man hiding money underneath floorboards? And I have to say, hands off him, at least he's not money laundering it. What? What are you saying? I'm saying is that all that money you gave him, all over those years, well, it turns out he's been keeping it. Funny story, actually, because he's been keeping it. It was very easily confiscated. You told me he took money and he didn't. Yeah, I know. It might be tough for you to realize, but man is just a bit of he's not very intelligent, really. At the end of the day, well, I just said to him, well, you shot my friends. I got your money. Well, let's put that in the bank because you ain't gonna be keeping that. That ain't yours. And as for killing my friends, well, on fire goes you. What about me, huh? Threatening me too? No. No, you see, a while back, there was this friend of mine. He said, the best way to deal with some people is to love them with a soul and security. They think they can kill you right now, and they can. But you bring a bunch of explosives with you, and then you simply take one little draft, and then you fall into unconsciousness. Your entire body reacts to that by exploding absolutely. Now, of course, you need to meet elsewhere to make sure that you're not in the position whereby you can't do anything, and you end up just be unconscious if the explosive fails. So I have a mate sitting by, and right about now, an explosion is gonna occur, and it's gonna kill everyone in this building, including you. I guess you call him a mate of yours. It's coming by from the other place, and a couple others. Strangely, actually, it won't kill any of the basement prisoners you have. Isn't that strange? That's the problem with security, mate. Sometimes having such good security means that it secures them against things that would kill you. Bye-bye. and goodbye. Hello and welcome back to Wolf News. Today we're going to be looking at the explosion which killed 42 people. The explosion, it has been decided, came from gas canisters that had been stored in a warehouse. In other news, the extremist left are definitely doing something you won't like, or definitely not making this up, so that certain politicians will have an advantage over their voters.